We have some new information about that destructive tornado in West Texas. Governor Greg Abbott issued a disaster declaration for Matador, a small town about 80 miles outside of Lubbock, and we just learned the identity of one of the 4 people killed. Victor Valenzuela was 43 years old and was working in Matador when the tornado hit. We're told Valenzuela had 13 children. The National Weather Service has been surveying the damage to determine the tornado's rating. We know it demolished at least 20 homes and businesses in the small town. Crews are still working to restore power to that area. And Marielle, we talked about it a little bit earlier. It just seems like it's one thing after another, whether it's the heat, whether it's the severe weather. We're hearing some rumbling above us right now in our studio.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the area that we just talked about, they have the potential for severe weather again today.
No break at all.
No break. We're kind of just stuck in a pattern. And for us, it just means scattered storms. And that's going to change here in the next couple of days. But I want to show you what it looks like outside the WFAA studios. We are looking at that rain coming down, but if you see in the distance there, the bottom left hand of the screen, you can see some clearing. So this rain, it's very spotty. Not everyone is seeing it, and the rain actually looks like it's calmed down in the last 30 seconds. Again, that's what we're just going to experience today, is the scattered storms that could lead to heavy rain at times. Now, these storms started building well to the north and west, so we'll be able to track them coming into North Texas whenever they do develop throughout the day today and tonight as well. But I want to show you here Dallas County. At the top of the hour, we showed you that these storms were in southern Denton and Tarrant County, now in Dallas County. Downtown Dallas experiencing that heavy rain with quite a bit of lightning, loud thunder as well. We can attest to that. Duncanville, Cedar Hill, and Mansfield also seeing that heavy rainfall at the moment. This moving to the southeast, so Ellis County, it's moving in your direction. Within the next 30 to 45 minutes, you'll likely see this rain. There's that area of severe weather that I was mentioning where Matagorda was impacted. We are going to see that threat again there today, and some of our North Texas counties could also see some strong storms. But the main concern here locally is going to be the potential for the strong winds, 60+ miles per hour, maybe some hail within the strongest of storms, but this is not going to be a widespread event for us. Marginal risk that does include Dallas-Fort Worth. So let's go ahead and talk timing. So this is Friday at 8. The storms that we're seeing right now have maybe an hour or 2 left. We'll notice that a lot of our activity starts to wind down. Meanwhile, storms are going to develop in the Panhandle. These storms are going to eventually move into North Texas. This is around 8 in the evening. At around 10 midnight, we'll notice these storms. This actually model just updated to show them moving in a little faster. Around 10, we'll see that these storms maybe make it along the western edge of the Metroplex. So our I-35 corridor counties seeing that potential for these storms moving in between 10 and about 1 in the morning. These storms will continue to move, and look at how fast they kind of fizzle out. This is now midnight. These storms will weaken significantly the more east they move into the area. On top of that, we're also talking about the potential for dangerous heat. Today, we have the heat advisory that's in place. Hood, Johnson, Ellis County to the south, again under this advisory. And this is for the heat index that can get up to about 109. High temperature near 94 degrees in Dallas, 95 degrees in Fort Worth for the high, 95 in Denton and in McKinney as well as in Decatur. So the rain that we have coming through right now, it's going to cool us off for just a little while, but once we see some clearing, our temperatures are going to rise again. Southwest counties into the upper 90s likely today. So what we'll be watching again are these storms kind of moving in across the Panhandle into Oklahoma. Notice how there's severe weather in Oklahoma right now. We'll notice these storms moving south. It looks like a warning was just issued near Wichita Falls. Again, not going to see that same threat here in North Texas. It's going to be very limited, but what's happening is that this ridge of high pressure is helping steer storms that start right here in a very active area over the last several days, and these storms will move into North Texas. That's exactly what's going to happen today, but that ridge of high pressure moves back over North Texas. It's going to limit our rain chances quite a bit for Sunday and into next week. Our humidity lowers a tad, which will allow temperatures to reach the triple digits just about every day next week, Chris.